moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga
every time we come to you with this speech that we were campaigning, and today I'm here just to say hello. I'm here because I came to follow up in my life. Whenever you have discussion, you have to follow up. And I'm glad that Mr. Lando was able to explain. This was meant to be. I say it was meant to be because I was not part of the whole Bon Country and Lofa Road. Until one morning I was in the hotel, Manasari called me, asked me where I was. And I told her I was right at the junction. Yes, I participated in the groundbreaking. So you see, it was meant for me to continue this project. We have to thank Manasari. She started the road, and I wish you were here. Because we found out last night now, so your road can be built. And you have to follow up. We are happy. I got there, I listened to the soup, and just saying, Daddy, Daddy, our father. I'm still your son. When I was campaigning, I said I was son. We'll make you president. Now, president, he called me still your son. I'm humble to be your child. I think it's good for me. And my focus is for all of us to connect. For our roads to be good, so people from Southtown will come to Bonkando will go to Sano. This is my quest, and I want you to help me. Because I see, since we say we want to build the roads, our critics saying why the road. But the road is important. If you don't build road, if you're agriculturalist, you can bring a crop to your town. And if the road is not built, a child will be in Southtown that desire to come to school in Bonkante, he can come because there's no road. So if the road is built, we all can connect. In America, I live in Miami. The roads are good. I can live in Miami 19 hours and go to New York and come back to Miami the next day. And I'm back home. So we need to build our roads. So when you eat Bonkante, you can go to Guinea and come back. You can go to Ivory Coast and come back. You can go to Ghana and come back. So most especially y'all that do business, our mother than I said.
Kindly hit for us the share button, please. Share with friends. Share with family members. Let's get started. Let's get ready. Just share with as many persons as you can share with. I want to welcome our own brother, the Honorable Wilmot Lee Makrite. Let me just pause this for a while. I want to welcome my brother, Makrite. Thank you so much for joining us. Your issue is one issue that we are going to be highlighting today. And I'm grateful that you are here. Probably I'm going to call you either on Messenger or so. But I want to say thank you for being here. At some point in time in the show, I'm going to call you so that we hear from you what happened. Our brother, Honorable Wilmot Lee McCready, was attacked. You know, he's doing a fantastic work in Liberia. And what he's doing is going around and showcasing the project of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. We saw the video in Nimba County where he was explaining and visually showing what His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah did. We saw the video. Of recent, we also saw a video that I have here where our brother was seriously attacked by talks believed to be associated with the Vice President, Jeremiah Kuhn. He was attacked. And we are grateful that there were other good Samaritans that was able to, intervene. They went to his aid. This is how terrible and how dangerous Liberia is becoming under Joseph Numa Boeka. And we will be showing you those videos. So what we want you to do for us is to kindly hit for us the share button. I'm going to play you a few bars of this. I want you to hit for us the share button while we get started, while we get ready to bring you what we are supposed to bring you. So please hit for us the share button, share with friends, and share with family members. Let's get started. Let's get ready as we bring you what we are supposed to bring you. So let's bring you this
And I'm
while we
from
ourselves
Monrovia,
share.
Liberia. I'm Esther Gia
So
Javeli.
welcome
I'm
to
29
everybody.
years
Hit
old and
for
I'm
us the
from
share button,
Monrovia,
please.
Liberia. I'm training in carpentry and joinery at the Furniture Technology Center in Cape Town. The trade is divided into 4 specifications, which are cabinet making, wood finishing, wood machining, and upholstery. And we are also doing training in business management and entrepreneurship course. When I was selected to do a training in furniture making, it didn't make sense to me at first because back home, choosing to study furniture making may not seem as a major professional accomplishment. They always look down on it or so. So it made like nothing. I didn't even wanted to do
So
it at
kindly hit
first.
for
I
us the share
was
button,
like kind of
please.
encouraged to do it. So when I came here, Cape Town, looking at the South African market, furniture market, the contribution of the furniture market to the economy of South Africa, it actually has actually changed my perspective of the whole furniture making stuff. So now I consider it as a huge contribution to my professional
Now
development.
let me just stop this here and give you a little background of this video that I am playing. When members of the Unity Party sit and say, President, we did nothing. These are video evidence of what President Weah did for the TV sector. Some of you may not be aware, but I will tell you today. What President Weah was working on is that Liberia will become almost like the TV hut of West Africa. When we mean the TV hut, we mean, vocational training. That's what President Weah was doing. And I don't want you to believe it because I will show you videos. What I am going to show you before my panelists come on, I'm going to show you videos. So the mind of President Weah was that let us work on making Liberia to be a TV hub for the Mano River Union, so to speak, so that people from Sierra Leone can easily come to Liberia and acquire technical vocational education, so that people from Guinea can come to Liberia and get quality technical vocational education, so that people from Africa can also come and other neighboring, countries in Africa. And that's what President Weah was working on. Now, I don't want you to believe it. The videos that I am playing you, these are videos of Liberians, I mean young people, that the government of Liberia, the government of His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, working along with international partners, decided that we will encourage the young people. These young people, they have age in their favor. They have a lot of things to be able to make, good opportunity of. So let us send them abroad and train them so that they can also come and begin to train their brothers and their sisters so that they will serve as lecturers or professor, however you call them. So the government of His Excellency President Dr. George Weah was able to recruit these people through the help of the international partners and send them abroad so that they can get the education required. I mean, advanced education in the TVEC sector, that they can come back and begin to train their brothers and their sisters. So what President Weah was working on is building a center where these people that we refer to as Zogos, right? Those disadvantaged youth, that at the end of the day, when these people are taken from on the street, they are not just taken to what we call an area that will almost be like a praising hub, but they will be taken to a place where while they are there undergoing their rehabilitation or undergoing their detoxification, that they can also be given quality education or skills, that when they leave from there, they will already come with something in their head and they will use their hands to be able to find something or to make living, that they will not relapse and go back on the street. So to do that, you need to first of all get quality educators, or in other words, teachers or professor in those areas. And this video that I'm about to show you, these are Liberians that were recruited by the program under His Excellency President Dr. George Weah to go abroad, acquire this level of education, come back and help to develop the TVEC sector. So I'm playing this to you while I am sharing. So I want to appeal to you. Whilst we are sharing, please just listen and also help me to share. Thank you. So let me just carry this back and then we'll start from here.
I'm Esther Gia Javeli. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Monrovia, Liberia. I'm training in carpentry and joinery at the Furniture Technology Center in Cape Town. The trade is divided into 4 specifications, which are cabinet making, wood finishing, wood machining, and upholstery. And we are also doing training in business management and entrepreneurship course. When I was selected to do a training in furniture making, it didn't make sense to me at first because back home, choosing to study furniture making may not seem as a major professional accomplishment. They always look down on it or so. So it made like nothing. I didn't even wanted to do it at first. I was like kind of encouraged to do it. So when I came here, Cape Town, looking at the South African market, furniture market, the contribution of the furniture market to the economy of South Africa, it actually changed my perspective of the whole furniture making stuff. So now I consider it as a huge contribution to my professional development. Firstly, to become a teacher, I've always wanted to empower people, like to help people go up, reach somewhere, at least to do something for themselves. I like working with my hands. I like building things, and also I have the desire to push the boundaries to women, at least one more inch, showing to them that labor insensitive jobs can be done by women as well as men. Carpentry back home is being stigmatized as a career for mostly men and then for people who are not academically strong. So, me being a lady and then also a university graduate, I have a bachelor's in civil engineering. So that was just something that motivated me, like to make a difference. Like I think I can help improve the sector of Liberia just by me doing it. When I came Cape Town 10 months ago, I had absolutely no idea on how to turn a piece of raw timber into a useful furniture or whatever. Worst of that, I've always been afraid of industrial machines. But then with the aid of the facilitators here, our facilitators, their constant encouragement. Now I have the confidence to work on any of those machines you see in a workshop, and as well I can produce furniture, not just aesthetic piece of furniture, but also a durable and functional one. My role as a TVET instructor, most especially carpentry instructor, is to train more world-class furniture makers in Liberia. So I really want us to have our economy in our hands. So I'm encouraging young Liberians to look into taking careers into TVET fields to take advantage of any of these opportunities they see to empower themselves. And for the EU and Swedish government, I would like to say thank you. I'm thrilled to be supported by you. Thank you for your generous gift. And it's through your contribution that I am acquiring a lifelong skill that will help me better up my life. So, UNIDA, thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us through the process. And lastly, to the government of Liberia, they are my own people. So I tell them thank you. And also, I like to ensure them that I will work along with them through this project of youth empowerment. I will work along with them through the best way I can work along, like through the strengthening of the TFS sectors in order to empower our Liberian youth.
Now, I want to pause this right here, and I'm going to play you another video. I'm going to play you another video. So that will be the second video that I will play you. You're listening to her thanking the Liberian government. So you're listening to a lady. I want to bring a man. I want to bring a man so you can hear from this particular fellow. We should just bring the ladies, right? Anyway, let me bring one man so you can hear from the brothers too,
My name is Eddie G. Siawe. I'm 25 years of age. County, Moreover, Liberia. I'm currently trained in welding, to be precise, the sheeted metal arc welding.
So let me start from here so that you're listening. I am sharing. Please help me to share also.
My name is Eddie G. Siawe. I'm 25 years of age. I live in Moreover County, Moreover, Liberia. I'm currently trained in welding, to be precise, the sheeted metal arc welding process at the Southern African Institute of Welding, Johannesburg, South Africa. So far, my experience with the training, they have been very challenging because this is a new field of study for me. Welding for 6 to 7 hours every day have been very difficult. But with the help
I want
of
to welcome all of you.
instructors
Please
and
do us a
around,
favor, hit for us
gained
the
a lot
share
of
button, please.
advantage of the training. Now I can produce and demonstrate a quality fitted well, in all positions. The quality of the training have been good. If you're looking at the standards and the consumables, there are a lot of electrodes, a lot of quests, a lot of material for us to work on every time. So the quality of the training have been very good with the help of the instructors. I was motivated to become a technical teacher based on 2 reasons. First, I have a passion of becoming a technical teacher. And number 2, looking at the demands of technical teachers in my country, which have created a gap within the TVET sectors. So I deemed it necessary to fill in that gap in order to improve the TVET sectors in my country. We are going to create more jobs for the youth because back in Liberia, a lot of youth are not involved in the trade. So if we involve in those materials, we are going to create a lot of jobs where people will be able to produce iron doors, iron gates, and other things. This trade is greatly going to improve the economy of Liberia because if you look at welding, the manufacturing of cars where you have...
Now let me pause this here for a while. Those who argue, President Weah were doing nothing for the young people. He has no dream for the young people. He has no plan for Liberia. These are videos, evidence. And these are things that you will not see on other platforms. The difference between other platforms and us here is that we take our own time to educate you with these pictorial and video evidence. Not just talking, no. But we want to show it to you so that today or tomorrow when you are discussing with someone, you can say, I saw it myself. I heard it myself, and you can refer to this video. And that's why we are playing it for you. So I know it is very, very costly. It's time consuming, but it is important because we have to inform our people. Let our people know what President Weah was doing for our nation, what he was doing for the young people. His initiative to be able to build a wholesome society. So let's go ahead. While I am sharing here, please, I hope you also share.
The body parts, you have to use welding to tack. And if you look at the manufacturing of iron doors, gates, and all of things. So if we involve ourselves into welding, Liberia is going to improve because we are going to produce all of our equipment right in Liberia. My government and the country at large and the donors expect me to be able to implement all of technical knowledge and skill that I've acquired in the classroom. Firstly, I want to take this time to appreciate the government of Liberia, UNINO, Swedish government, European Union for their support to the youth of Liberia. I pray and hope that they should continue the good work. To my fellow youth of Liberia, work hard, believe in yourself, believe that you can make a difference in the society.
I will stop this right here and I will take another video. This is going to be the last that I will take. I am sharing. I'm just giving time, I'm sharing. This is going to be the last one that we're going to take, and then we can enter now into our discussion. So I want to say welcome to all of you. I want to appreciate all of you. And as usual, please to hit the share button. So let's do this together. Please, let's do this together. Let's do this together. Let me come here and then we can all get ready to bring you what we are supposed to bring you. Right? Okay. I'm sorry. Let me just bring you another video of a female. I want to bring you one other video of another female. Then we can, see how best we can go on.
I am Mata Summer Robert. I'm 34 years of age, and I do live Painesville.
Okay. So let's carry this back. Okay, fine. That's good.
I am Josephine Wata Summer Robert. I'm 34 years of age, and I do live Painesville, FCA community. I'm currently training in power electrical. Growing up in high school, I had a group passion for electricity, and I was always inquisitive, wanting to know the potential of power, the speed of power. And so that going to college, I already knew what I wanted to study. So after studying electrical engineering, I said to myself, how best can I pass on this passion that I have other than teaching others? So I found myself in a TVEC center wanting to teach electricity or power electrical, giving back to young Liberians, helping them to inspire in this field of study and to improve their technical skills. My experience has been excellent, even though I have been an electrician or an electrical engineer for some years, but there are always new things to learn. I have learned a lot of things and a lot of new skills. And the instructors were professionals and they were always helpful. My skills have been improved greatly. Currently, I consider myself as a programmer. I really did not know how to program, but I can now program the VSD, which is the variable speed device. I also know how to program PLC, which is the programmable logic controller. And learning have been a new thing. Once you set your mind to learn new skills, you will learn new skills. So at MCTC, most their training is based on industrial trainings. So learning direct online, starter, pole changing motors, fault finding, there are new skills. Going to the plant for industrial hands-on, I've also learned how to rewind motors, transformers. So there are a lot of new skills. Going back to Liberia, in the classroom, I want you to expect me to instruct students how to develop their skills, train them or teach them how to, those skills that they have learned in the classroom, hands-on activities, demonstrate, and then teach them safe and proper way of handling tools and equipment, and also monitor them. Liberia being a developing nation, obviously we will need power electrical or electricians or power or electrical engineers to help develop our nation, Liberia. Firstly, look around us, our computers, our homes, our schools, even the writer, the camera we are using currently, we need power to operate. So to develop Liberia to where we want it to be, electricians, electrical engineers will be the driving force taking Liberia to another level. And that will improve our economy and will improve our infrastructure development. Young Liberians, I want to encourage you to see vocational education as the way to go, or technical skills as the way to go. Because after studying in a vocational program, you seems to improve your skills even before graduating or getting a college degree. You will be important to society. Society will always need you. Going into vocational skills help you to be a professional even before being a graduate or a degree holder. I would also like to say a big thank you to our supporting partners, EU, UNIDO, the government of Liberia, for their support, for enabling me to enhance my skills as an electrical engineer and as a power electrical training officer.
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. And let me use this time to welcome distinguished people that have joined us on here. I may not be able to see all of the names because we are on different platforms. So I want to say welcome to all of you that are listening to us. In a special way, I want to recognize our own brother, Honorable Wilmont Lee McCritty. You are highly welcome. Let me see so that I can get him on here. I want to welcome our brother, Lee McCritty. Thank you so very kindly for your presence here. I also want to use this time to welcome Eugene. Thank you so much, Eugene Rare. Thank you so much. We appreciate you watching us there from Chocolate City. Want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much, Eugene Where we appreciate you. Thank you for your presence here. Uh, Boston Clark, thank you so much, Buster Clark. We appreciate you. Thank you for your presence. Kaba Rogers, how are you? I want to welcome you, Kaba Rogers. I also want to welcome Anthony S. Pasima. Thank you so much, Anthony. We appreciate your presence. It's a privilege for us to have you here. Thank you so very kindly. We want to welcome Fatou Sharif. Thank you for your presence. Our Director of Research, the Honorable Christopher Walter Tubazi. We want to say you are highly welcome. Don Milo, thank you so much, Don Milo. We appreciate you. Josephine Campbell, that's our own leader, our own mother, our spiritual head. We want to say you are highly welcome. Thank you so much, Madam Campbell. We want to appreciate and welcome Jesus. Thank you so much, Jesus. We appreciate your presence here. Hope you are doing great, well, and fine. Uh, Bolo, thank you so much. Vic, Abraham, I mean, all of you are welcome. All of you watching us from all of the different platforms. We want to say welcome. We appreciate your presence. And as usual, we ask that you please do us a favor by hitting for us the share button. So while we await others to join us, I will want to start with this. And I hope we can consume it in the next maybe 5-10 minutes or so, if it is possible. I know it will be. During the War of Liberia, President Weah was actively involved in the process of ensuring that Liberia restore to normalcy, that we have peace in Liberia. Even though he was on the football field, but he used his talent to call the war attention to the carnage and mayhem that was happening in Liberia. For each time he appears on the field, he draws attention to the plight of what the children, the young people, mothers, fathers, and innocent, they were faced with in Liberia. When President Weah became UNICEF ambassador, he decided that we are not going to sit. We will use our effort right now to ensure that the war pay attention to Liberia and children of the world. Because of his influence and the respect that he has among his people, he decided that I will use this particular fame. I will use this fame to help my people. So what we saw, fellow Liberians, is President Weah going in the bushes, going in the trenches, and encouraging fighters. Some of those who were as young as 15, 16 years old, encouraging them to disarm. And he promised them that, look, when you disarm, you will not be left alone. We will be with you in this process to ensure that we gave you a better space in society. Some of you who were in Liberia immediately after the war, you saw the book, the Weah book, the copy book. That George Weah copy book. It was all over the place. So he physically aided our international partners to disarm Liberians. He did not go to sit somewhere else and say, let them do it all by themselves. So President Weah also understand that there are so many challenges, especially when it comes to the area of education. Because most of these young people, all that they knew about was armed. Imagine somebody at the age of 9. 14 years added to his age, 9 years. You know what you're talking about? That person is already a full-grown man or woman. And maybe at the age of, let's say, 23 or 20, whatever the age was, that person feels so much ashamed to enter classroom and start from ABC. So the plan was that United Nations said, we are going to rehabilitate these people and we will turn them over to the government so that the government will disarm them, and the government can be able to rehabilitate them. So the fighting forces, along with His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, they did the disarmament of these young people who were conscripted into the various rebel groups. They were disarmed. So the portion of the government of Liberia was to ensure that these people are adequately rehabilitated, reintegrated with skills in society so that they cannot be public nuisance, so that they cannot be public burden. Because when you rehabilitate them and give them the necessary skills, now they become useful in society. And at the end of the day, they start to contribute towards nation building. So that particular portion of funding was given to the Liberian government, headed at the time by Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Joseph Newman Boyka. Up to today, these people are yet to tell us what they did with the money that was given to them for the rehabilitation and the reintegration of these people who were victims of the war. When you hear Boyka saying that we squandered opportunity, he's not joking. These were some of the opportunity that they squandered. When they were giving money to rehabilitate these young people, gave them training, they didn't do it. So fast forward, when President Weah became president, he saw all of these challenges and said, how can we help? How can we take a different approach to help these young people? Some of them are victims of the circumstances. They did not ask for it. They did not willingly go into it. Some of these people, they were kids. I mean, at the age of 8, some of them 7, and forced into this, and now they are men and women. What do we do? How do we help to integrate these people in society? President, we are looking for long and say, look, when it comes to, maybe one would say, the formal education, you can't get these people going back in class. The man at the age of 25, and not even enter school. You go and start with him from ABC. But what we can do is we can be able to build a facility that can give these people skills, and they will be very useful in society. And that was how His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah started the initiative of building what we call TVET Center in Liberia. The plan of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was to prepare Liberia to become a central hub, courtesy of Isaac Doe. A central hub for TVET, like I said from the beginning. So that people from other countries also can come to Liberia and acquire the level of education that is very quality, that you can be able to go anywhere and you will be accepted. Because President Weah knew very well that if you gave these people the skill, guess what? The money will come back to the society. You will heal the society. These people will be able to provide for their family, and they will provide job for themselves and other people. It will help to boom what we call the private sector. Because this man, for example, will open his carpenter shop and employ about 2 or 3 persons. These people, they will start to face furniture, different stuff. People will buy it, money will go around. So that was intended also to target the economy, to empower the young people, to give them skills, to ensure that they too contribute towards nation building, even though they now go to the University of Liberia or graduated from a high school, but they can still have the knowledge required for nation building. That was President Weah's initiative. So we saw President Weah undertaking a project in the 15 counties, which picture I am going to show you. I don't want you to believe just what I'm saying. I will show you these pictures. I will show you the pictures. So each county was planned to have a TVET institution, starting with the first 6 TVET institution that was built or constructed under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. And I will show you them. I'll show you pictures of them. The first 6 was built. So those counties that benefited from the first phase of the TVET, or facility, our Maryland, our Sino, Lofa, Mosorado, Mount Gibby, and Grand Jide. That was the first 6. So he also decided that, look, we will attach this to the academic side of it. So, for example, the students, when they leave from school, they can also form part of the program. Those who may not be as educated or maybe in the school, they will also come and join the program. That would be an after-school program to give them what we call sound and wholesome education. Sound and wholesome education. That you will graduate with a skill already. You will not just be sitting down around and waiting and not knowing what to do. So the TVET center was built in those counties. And in other counties, what President Weah did was to ensure that this TVET center, they are attached to the school or is part of the school. And those counties was in Bomi County, in Gbapolu, in Grand Cape Man County, and Grand Bassa, even Riverses. And I will display them to you. I don't want you to believe what I'm saying. I'm going to display them to you. And I will start with this. Courtesy of our brother Isaac Doe, I want to say thank you. This is Cape Verde in Maryland County, a TVET center. And I will show you the video of the inside of this TVET center. I don't want you to believe it. Where people, youth, will go there and acquire vocational skills. This is the facility. I hope you are seeing this facility. Now I will carry you inside for you to see it. I will carry the inside part of this particular facility so you can see it. Okay, so you see in the facility here, I'm about to show you the inside of this particular facility. The inside of this facility, I'm about to show it to you. Here is it. Let me see. Here's the inside of the facility. How the facility looking like. This was basically the wedding. You see how it was looking like? They were being trained. These were people who were being trained in wedding. Honor His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, the AS was showing to you. You see there? That is in Maryland. I will move this from here and bring you the other facility. Move this from here. So this is the facility in Maryland. This is the Maryland facility. Let's move on and show you other counties facility. This is the Maryland facility in Maryland County. That's what President we have put down. Let's move on. This is D. Zoga Wilson. You see him laying the bricks. They build it from scratch all the way up. And you see there from scratch from block 1 all the way up to the finishing. This is D. Zoga Wilson here laying the block down for that particular facility I just showed you. Let's move on. Sorry. These are some of the equipments that were bought for that particular center. These are some of the equipment for that center. This one is in Maryland. These are some of the facility that was, the equipment. These are some of the modern equipment that was placed in those facilities. You see there? This is it. This is the before. This was when they were building the construction work. After they got through, this is it. You see there? Here is it. These are all modern facility. This is the how you call it, the tailoring section, where you have machine, sophisticated machine. Any kind of babati machine. This is it. Now, these are the TVET teachers. I just play you some of the video of, them from the Ministry of Youth and Sports that were sent abroad for advanced training. These were some of the teachers. TVET teachers sent for, advanced studies. This is the TVET in Maryland. See the building it from scratch? You see there? You see what's going on here? Now, let me move this from here. So this was the dream of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, that we should have a facility that will be able to train our young people. Those who maybe because of some other reason cannot go to the normal school to graduate with a kind of, diploma, whatever, they can still go there in the TVET area and learn to become carpenters, tailors, or seamstress, however you call it, electrician, etc., etc. And they can still contribute. That was what President Weah was doing for Liberia and Liberians. But Boyka and his folks lied to you and myself and make us to believe that His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, he was doing absolutely nothing. They said that President Weah was passing around dancing and he didn't have time. Emmanuel A. Payne, thank you so much for joining us. Whoa, okay, I'm supposed to call our brother Lee McCurdy. They told you that President Weah was doing nothing. All you are doing is that passing around and dancing. Okay, let me see. Just bear with me. Let me see. So they lied to you and told you that, oh, President, we are doing nothing. They may not doing nothing for people. They may passing around dancing buka dance. You see what he was doing? See what we are displaying to you? And that's why we are displaying these pictures. That you not say, oh, you're not there, so you can see it for yourself. Okay, so let's see if we can get a brother here. So these are things that President Weah was doing. But they made you to believe The link can go. I'm coming. Let me check this up. So they made you to believe that President Weah was doing nothing. He was passing around and dancing and nothing was happening in Liberia. But you see there, how these people lie to you and make you not to see the reality. Even though we display these things to you, we told you, but yet some of you did not believe. And here we are. Here we are today. See the dream of President Weah? See what he was intending to do? Today, this government that claim that they come to rescue the Liberian people, what are they doing in those sectors? Can you see what they are doing? Can you tell us what they are doing? I'll show you institution that was built from scratch. Institution that was built from scratch. What can the Unity Party show? The people who say they have come to rescue you, they love you, etc., etc., protecting Liberia, blah, 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 Liberia. So my question to you is, what can you show for their work? What are the things that you can show that, yeah, this is what these people are doing. This is what they start from scratch to help the young people. The issue of drugs. I play you a video here where President Weah was able to build the Benton Center, the rehabilitation center. Materials, everything was bought. And I will play it to you again for you to see what President Weah was doing. It was not just more talk, but he was using the Liberian people resources to empower the Liberian people, to help the Liberian people. But today, what is Joseph Newman Boyka and his gangster doing? Well, fellow Liberian, we are grateful to have with us our brother, Wilmer. Brother, how are you, Chief? How's everything?
Yeah, yeah, salute, respect again, once again, salute to you and to the follow-up. Always respect. Merry Christmas. Few days from now, and a happy New Year. Salute to the follower. Please help to share this video. Yeah, sharing is free. Yeah, so you please help to share the video. But Prince, let me just come in quick, probably with some change topic because you've been here before me. Prince, I'm noticing the trend, second trend going on. I like how you flag this thing here. Because thousands of millions of Liberians don't know about the TVET academy or the school or whatsoever. Prince, if you notice something, the Unity Party trying to erase the legacy of the president, the former president. It's serious. Listen, you see, and the president announced to people that they would send people outside of the country to train in computer, digital storage, and digital thing.
He said he would train 10,000 young people.
You see anything happening? You know what they're trying to do? Because they came to power through lies in everything the president did. Everything the president did during a presidency, they don't want to attend to these things, so they bury all these legacies. And when they attend to these things, people will say, "But you lie on this former president." They just say, when you're sorry, your propaganda team, that they may never did anything. So they know about the TVS, they know about all the TVS, they know about everything around the country, not only in Monrovia. So if you look at what they're trying to do, they start to destroy. First of all, look at the PHP Park. Look at the Invincible Park. Look at the Babulu Hospital. You say you want to invest, they say government continue. Government continue. Everybody know. Ellen Johnson Sally, I can remember la Japanese highway, that freeway, and that Ghana State Belt. Certain portion were completed because Ellen did everything. On a Georgia, they completed the ballon project. Georgia managed to tell Ellen Johnson Shelley and knowledge Ellen Johnson Shelley that the project started under the madam. But if you look at it, it's a train going on. It's very, very serious. The CDC need to start cataloging all these things then now and to tell the Liberian people. Because what I see the United Party doing now, look at the TV there. A massive project from different countries, not only in Maryland, it's all over. So the money you spend it to go, you say I want to spend money to go treat other people. You see, we're managing the TV era there now. No real funding to them anymore. Nothing going on, Prince. I see the man burying the legacy. The men are trying to bury the legacy of the former president. That reality. Seriously. Look at the Douala market. They abandoned it. The Douala market. People selling all in the street. People selling all over. They abandoning that market. Other project that the president initiated. Why the United Party doing this? Why? They say government continue. Look at the famous Babolo, the Embryo Hospital in Babolo's County. That massive $1 million project from the Arab war, from the people from Dubai. Everything that the president initiated, the United Party not focusing on it. They wanted to look at they're running now because Noka ran in Morovia and had the rain quick. Let me tell you that Noka 100% finish. Many of the projects are 100% finished. Look at the new residential hospital that will tap the new residential hospital that will tap the JFK. Something serious that's going on. How can I spoil the DNA machine and the DNA machine never existed in our history before? First of it come the Dalasi Hospital, the Dalasi era that will cater to kidney, that will cater to all these things then. Everything, they spoil everything. So, please, if you look at it, we've been flanking it, but it's serious. Look at it. Look at the PHP part. They kind of
You're right. I want to play a video here, right? Because I want us to talk on this TV thing for a while before we go to our topic. I want to play a video. Like I said, the mind of President Weah was to ensure that these young people who they call Zogo, drug abuse and what have you, he didn't want any kind of political approach to solving the problem. That's why he was able to ask the international partner and they raised funding of $3 million so that these people can be rehabilitated. I get a video and I want to play that video. You know, here we play there for you to see it. To see the approach that President Weah took in helping these people. But then the Unity Party made it like nothing was happening. So let me bring you this video, my people. It's just a few minutes video, but listening to it is very, 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 very informative. Let me bring you this.
Agricultural Training Center for the sole purpose of rehabilitation.
Okay, so let's start from here.
County. The center was established to government in 1978 during the presidency of Willem Aratobo. The Liberian government and East Germany established the Youth Agricultural Training Center in Bentel City, the capital of Moswell County. The center was established to train young people in agriculture, ranging from animal husbandry, food processing, among others. It operated until the outbreak of the war that lasted for 14 years. The center was vandalized, leaving all of its facilities in ruins. In
So I'll carry in from.
President George Weah's government made a big pronouncement of renovating the Youth Agricultural Training Center for the sole purpose of rehabilitating at-risk youth, commonly known as Zogos.
Thank you. So he made it clear the at-risk youth for Zogo. I hope people are getting it. I want to break it down, but the guy who did the reporting, put it there. So let's go ahead.
With a $1 million United States contribution, there are over 100,000 at-risk youth across Liberia.
In the spirit of national unity towards raising this amount, it is my honor to launch the national fund drive for the rehabilitation and
I was in
empowerment
2022,
of our
see that
youth.
June 2022.
Honor the team, reclaiming our youth for a better Liberia. To kickstart the fund drive, my government will contribute an initial amount of $1 million United States this year.
Works on the center have finally commenced, with Mosuraru County Senator Sir Joseph collaborating with central government to renovate some key compartments within the center geared towards rehabilitating, training, and reintegrating at-risk youth into society. Michael Joe is the engineer on the project.
Yes, I'm the chief contractor of the renovation of the dome here. And for the present area that you hear now is a mill dome. And roughly we have almost about 16 rooms. And the 16 room roughly serve over about 100 persons. We have larger bathroom, we have a lot of places that we move freely. As you can see, all of the places we are cleaning ahead. You can see all of the dolphin, other things we are removing them because people are eating all of these things. So we are ready almost 2 weeks ahead of time before you are coming. So if you can see all the things that there's nothing that here that you can identify as a material that in stock. So everything that will be here, that will be new, brand new thing will be added here. So that's why we are just starting here.
Okay, how long is it going to take you to complete this project?
Well, as you can look back there, it's not the only dome. We have a male dome, we have a female dome, we have a cell quarter, we have a workshop, we have kids.
Now, I want to stop this right here because we have other things, to discuss. My brother, we show these things so the people can see. You saw it there. That place was built in 1978. After the war, it was abandoned. President we took over knowing very well that that place will be able to help the young people and say, let's rebuild that place. You saw all of the material there. You're listening to the engineer that is there. He said all of the materials are everything here was building for these young people that they refer to as, Zogo and stuff like that. The materials was bought and everything was paid for. What is Joseph Numa Bueka doing since he took over? Going on 3 years now. President we paid for it. He started the project. This was the man who said, oh, the young people are in the street. Oh, they love the people. They care for them. Hey, what is he doing? What can we see? The initiative of Joseph Numa Bueka on these young people. The last time we can remember, they put them in car and go put them somewhere, just a prison. And abandon them there. No program to rehabilitate these people. But you look at the program that President Weah had for these young people. And that was in 2022. We're going to 2023 because, it was in June, July, August, September, October election, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Before the next year, we're already in election year. But we saw the effort of President Weah sending teachers abroad and other stuff like that. But let's hear from you, my brother. I don't know what this government is doing. We can hear from this government.
The question asking the followers here, no matter your political affiliation, how we got to this place today. How? The progress we were making. Prince, you see, the narrative, propaganda is bad. When they say, Prince, I'm getting to know reality now when they say Liberia's a low IQ country, among the highest IQ, lowest IQ country in Africa. We are among the top 10, I believe in. 1 billion plus people on our planet, 1 billion 5 or 1 billion 3 people on our planet. I mean, on our continent, on our particular African continent, we rated among the low IQ people I believe about too. Look at all the propaganda is bad. Propaganda can make you to kill somebody. Say, look at how they got spread the gibberish and propaganda. It's something to the Liberian people. Today, the day what they could do. Through the help of Prince Johnson today, the lies, the narrative, the smell. Look at That's why we say we will relay video then here. See what happening today. 2 years now going to next year now coming. 2 years into that presidency. He said nobody will see away in the street. Nobody will be left behind. They don't. You see, the narrative was all clear until they were painting their former president. They say he brought drugs into the country. The minute I will bring drugs in the country, and then you will talk about Berlin Rehabilitation Center. The men are you saying he was part of the drugs arm. You were here in Surrogate. They were part of the drugs. Then he will be rehabilitated. He will talk about Berlin Rehabilitation Center for the Zogo and whatsoever. See the lies. See the lies the Labrador people went with. Today, you see what happening in the country. For one point, I want to tell you, I say the legacy of the president has been buried. They're destroying it piece by piece by every project in the various countries that they may honor talk. Prince, the Unity Party are banning it. They are banning it. Even the son of the CA, funny inside said like $1.2 billion. When it passed. So no funding for the TV centers in Liberia, where equipment were being bought, heavy equipment, machinery and all to help students and other things there. They will come and rehab. So the United Party will say that that job were bringing jobs. 2 years into that presidency, wherever they not build any rehabilitation center, jobs are engulfed the nation more than before. Drugs taking over the nation more than before. They say they're cracking down on drugs. But the president just made a statement that the DEA must be easy on the people that are carrying drugs. The drugs are the way they're doing the drugs business now. Anybody that affiliated with the United Party, they will never prosecute their own drugs. But someone that link with the opposition in the CDC, and they know you voted for them or you wear that party clothes or whatsoever, that hat whatsoever. And they even catch you with someone that will parry all in the country. But the question I ask the followers here now, all those that the DEA show, where are these people? They're not impressing. All the women and they arrested. They are not impressing. But see how they parade a bucket roll like they not catch armed robber in the country. Because why he linked into part with CDC doing music and other things then. He and Crystal then were all around the president, other few artists then. So you see it, please. The United Party, for me, as I told you, I said they're naked. I always say they are naked. 2 years into their presidency now. Nothing happening for them. What a rehabilitation center. They said they were fighting drugs. They're putting people in clothes to march in the country, to march at the capital building. Why can't they everybody to fight drugs? What a rehabilitation center for the drugs people. They don't even pay kitchen. The only person beside government that they say they having rehabilitation center, we don't know the whereabouts, but that rehabilitation center was day long because you wanted to I don't know why you are building rehabilitation center for it. Where is this?
So,
Where is the
brother,
center today?
there are just too many things we got to talk about today.
Yeah,
but
so
I want to welcome Omila Morris. Yvonne, how are you? Eve, thank you so much for joining us. Lawrence Innis. Helena Ba, how are you? Black Man Muff, thank you so much for joining us. Juje, how are you, Juje? Thank you so much for your presence here. Really do appreciate your presence. Emmanuel Epe. I mean, all of you. Philip, my brother Philip, I welcome you. Thank you so much. Our own chief administrator here in the DMV chapter. You are welcome. Gideon Glasgow, thank you so much. My sister Tracy, you're doing exceptionally well, my sister. Thank you for everything. Abraham V. Sambula, we appreciate you. Vic, I mean, all of you who are joining us, we want to say thanks to all of you. There is something very, very terrible that happened. And these are just things that are part of, just want us to discuss it before entering into our main topic. There is this very young brother who goes about showcasing President Weah project in Liberia. I will bring you the video, some of his work here, some of the things that he actually,
So what's up, folks?
involved with.
So what's up, folks? Once again,
He goes by the name
my heart is thirsty. My name is Wilmot
Honorable
Limakriti. Yeah, it was a long drive all
Wilmot
the way down to
Limakriti.
to
I
Bound. We
just
are
want us
currently
to
in Bound
listen to
City.
this.
We are here where former President we are constructing constructed a gigantic school building for the people of they were struggling. So this is the previous building they were in. This is the previous building.
In a village, this was in a village.
And that is the current building that former President Black gave them. That is the administrative building they are building. That place is the administrative building. My name is Westmore Lee Makrete. Former President, we are giving back to the people is his priority. You see the legislature also in Bound City here was honor former President we are regime that the legislature I'll interview somebody to explain to people to you about the legislature. This is the Bound High School.
You see the high school that President we have. You see the first one that was there. Let me carry this back again for you to see the first one. You were just looking just on a chicken portrait. This is the first school.
So what's up,
there.
folks?
This is the first school on this side. Yeah, this is the first. You see how looking like?
So what's up, folks?
They want our high school, the whole high school down there.
My name is Westmore Lee Makrete. Yeah, it was a
long
drive all the way Ganta to Bound. We are currently in Bound City. We are here where former President we are constructed a gigantic school building for the people of Bound. They were struggling. So this is the previous building they were in. This is the previous building. The building is very deplorable.
Look at high school.
Follow y'all share the video. They will bury the people narrative. We will bury that narrative. Y'all share the video. Y'all share it. Y'all share the video there. Sharing is free.
We are giving back to the people is priority.
Now why the people want the propaganda war? Because we never have people that will be sharing video then. It's not happening this time.
Interview somebody to explain to people to you about the legislature.
Look at the school that President we have in a village, even though it's a big area and no barn, but it's almost like in a village. Look at the school that President we have put down there. Village school. You see that? As compared to that thing where they put down there. Look at the place.
Yeah.
Look at it. Now, I want to pause this here and I will go to the next video. So this brother is going about showing the development of President we are in the county. And he was attacked. And I will play you the video where he was attacked. Attacked by surrogates of
the Unity Party.
Let me bring you the video.
Wow.
But me, I saw the guy. I have you. I listening to you. I have you the guy. What I go about? They want to get him with the attack. The one what going? Yeah, I have you with the attack. What going? But me, I saw the guy. I have you. I listening to you. I have you the guy. What I go about? They want to get him with the attack. The one what going? Yeah, I have you with the attack. What going? But me, I
want to stop this here. My brother Jake, this is what we are having. This brother chose to go out there and show the project of President Weah in the Vera County. Nimba County, he was attacked by people who said, why am I go about and be showing the project? My brother, let's hear from you. What is the sound? What is going on here?
Let me say, thank God the video came to you. If the CDC hierarchy see this video, and they can link it to the president, the particular post on the whole clip. But let me say why this boy went down to start doing video. Let me break it down to the follower. The guy, they call him JMB's son. He don't go all Joria project on the highway, on the roads there. He be doing video like Joseph Walker project. You'll be running to Noka, all these places. So he gaining a lot of momentum on the social media. So people got concerned. They say, but in 2 years, when I see Joseph Walker breaking ground, but how the boy just showing all the projects you'll be seeing. So they think I believe the boy just decided to say nothing. I will tell the way the boy lying before we come and boho in a narrative was spread to Liberians. They will believe it that Joseph Walker project. So I will start relaying projects and I know that the president on top. So when you went to the first project to start telling how the first barn in Nima County was looking, it's a place for the vice president. how we're looking at the president build a the new school. So that the video letting. So he will never stop. The only thing we need to do, praise, people we need to rally. People of the CDC, we should spread like an auto pause now because the game coming on. Not only this ball, everybody in various countries that know about the president project and that they never told the Liberian people. We need to start flagging it, empower this guy now, go to the country, various countries, and start flagging the president project and putting on social media. That's the only way we can counter that narrative. That's the only way we battle them. So you see a bunch of people now, because nobody hammer that other body called GMB son. He's just running to all the project on the road and doing lying, doing all the things, not knowing. We're putting whole inside that non-Joseph Baka project. But because the boy trying to show project now in Nima County that will change the narrative of the form of the vice president in that sorry gate and the Unity Party. Now they playing people now to attacking, to making scary. But the boy will not be deterred. You will not be deterred. The only thing we need, the CDC people, the people that are ruling the CDC now, need to call the boy in Morovia, empower him, rally around, and start doing a thing in Nima County, and we start spraying all the president project. They think that gonna be on, they think that we're gonna showcase all these things then now. So pray for me that hey, so until the boy will stop, the only thing he need empowerment. He need our data. He need our fund. So we going to every place and not only band. The whole Nima County, other places, people that in Maryland, all children will do these things. So when I tell the follower, you share the video. It's time because when the land is drawing, the land is drawing in a particular scene. The Unity Party divide the country heavily. So your side is your side. Your side is your side now. The people are not relenting. They're not relenting. The people love power. They love power. We shouldn't relent. I want to let the quotation, the new phrase they brought, fire for fire, that is going on. The land is June, the country for everybody. I'll always say, if the United Party want to crumble on people to say the country will go by in that dark days, everybody gets something to lose. They will lose too. Now when the sedition will lose, they will lose. They're paying property. If they govern the country, they want for the country to be safe. It's all up to them. The presidency is in their hand. The war washing them. So if they can crumble the country, we're seeing about that particular board, the way I see, we need to empower him. CDC Hurricane need to call him, the chairman, whosoever that seen this video, because majority of CDC people follow you. They can empower that call that part of Morovia and other people that want to relay the former president project. That's the only way they can not take this project. They can acknowledge it because government continue. So the shame, they got even me and you don't know about some project and they want to a point that I always tell you. The mistake CDC made, the propaganda wing of the United Party or the opposition was so powerful. Our government at that time they never empower people to combat all this propaganda, these lies, this smell. But as a own now, we gotta start it very soon. We gotta start it very soon. Yeah, what other request I get for the former president? What other request I get for the former president? Although he's doing a FIFA thing now, in the African Cup of Nations now start, and other things now start. After it, before the World Cup, the president need to empower. He need to empower a King's FM, a King's radio station, a King's FM. Bring real equipment that can go all the 15 countries. The president need to invest money in a King's FM, If what's a Liberia going all around Liberia, King's FM, when the land going all over, he need to invest that money. He need to invest. The president, particular, I say it to the president, Mr. President, it's time to invest heavy machinery or heavy equipment. But like heavy equipment that can take the whole 15 countries to relay because the battle is June now, the time is coming. One of the things I'd like to express to the former president, I can link that video to him. That's it. He can empower his FM.
Thank you. Want to welcome Hassan Sharif. Thank you for joining us. I mean, all of you who are joining us. My brother, Mr. Bweka appeared on the ELBC, and among several issues, he was asked questions, and he gave various responses. I want to hear from you. The president interview on the ELBC.
You will
Let's
play
hear the
it, you will
tape.
play some, or you want to take out the major thing. Which one are
Yeah,
important? Which one are important that we can play it and relay? Let the followers see it. Because like two things happening. He said a lot of things. He said a lot of things. He said the country is clean, blah blah. He said a lot of things. He talked about the president, the interview, he said a lot of things. So we know which one for us to address if you want to, because I know it now. If you want to discuss two major things.
Yeah, let me just begin with this, right? In the
Yeah, we can
discussion.
discuss. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he talked about the issue of the FOIA project, which has been a topic of discussion in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
Who get that project? Who building that project? For a very long time, people have been speculating, including government officials. They themselves have been giving, how you call, all kind of different, information about the FOIA project. And we were able to listen to Mr. Boeka relative to the FOIA project. And I want to play it. I want to play this particular portion for our people so our people can hear it. I want to play this
For
portion.
young people, yeah, for recycling, that also will create justice. To trust that we are creating a.
Just one question, please.
Some of the processes
Play that particular
that he knows,
video.
and it's working. How do we know that here it's not at a higher price? That is why we want to reduce the price of electricity.
Okay, so let me bring this here.
So when you start competing with thinking about countries, you must understand what.
Talked about a FOIA project.
All right.
So I see smart, but
some
people say, let me colloquialize it, let me simplify it. People say
let's listen to his response.
Some people say that they play you one move, you do a secret there. So of course the Minister of Information has spoken, but we thought that we hear from you what actually we need to know about this housing project in FOIA.
I don't need a retirement home built for me by the public. I'm going to, God willing, retire maybe in 4 years. I have a house there. Samaritan person using it for years. I'm going to rebuild the house for retirement. I've never taken government money for any personal use. But let's understand, Liberia is the oldest country, maybe, in Africa. For the republic, Liberia must now position itself in a sub-region, the Mana River Union, for example, Australia, Guinea, Liberia, of course, Cote d'Ivoire. We are now almost positioning ourselves as a peacemakers. Up to today, Sierra Leone, besides internal problem like all countries do have, they have the younger problem. With Guinea, that problem between, we thank God, could have been some conflict there. So, FOIA project is intended to be a hub for peacemaking in the sub-region. Mara Bio can drive straight to FOIA. The president of Guinea can come to FOIA. Even if Cote d'Ivoire will be the only country that will fly. So the project there is an international project intended to prepare FOIA as a place where we resolve these crises and making them very private by the president, people meeting there, international meetings will take place there. It's not a Joseph Parker project. In fact, it started without me knowing, because probably they knew that I would present it. So it is not a private project. It's a peace building place. It's a place where the sub-region can meet. Heads of state can come there in privacy, meet to discuss regional problems. No matter what we do internationally, first and foremost, we must be able to take care of this sub-region, the Mano River Union. That's the project there. You go there, there's nothing there in my name.
So who's building it? So who's building that project? Is it funded by Liberia exclusively?
It's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means Guinea, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
Now, I want to pause this right here, my brother. First of all, I want to hear from you. The president address to the nation. Were you satisfied? Did he address the cogent issue? I'm very sure you're listening to it.
When the interview,
Yeah.
let me first of all, let me say this. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me ask the followers here. So you know the United Party not prepared. Maybe I'm wrong by asking the follower. The Mano River Union, Cote d'Ivoire part of the Mano River Union. I want to ask a question. I want to know 3 countries. Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone, they're the member of the Mano River Union. I don't know about Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know when Cote d'Ivoire. Let me tell you something. Mano River is a dead organization. Long time. It's dead. ECOWAS is suffering. ECOWAS, OAU. ECOWAS is not rated no more. ECOWAS is done. Let me tell you, when they overthrow you, ECOWAS can say nothing. Guinea-Bissau, the Equatorial Guinea, and whatsoever, the Guinea, they overthrow the country. Somebody set up fake coup, they overthrow. ECOWAS don't say nothing. They don't bring the force to take out the president. He told them, man, if what they mentioned with Malabio. It's a president retirement home. Liberian people will not stupid yet. It's Vlad. Look at the man's statement. He put all your own statement. He contradicting things. The president is sleeping for that particular project. He nervous. The president is nervous. Actually, he talking about I will pay my retirement. I get horses. We know what kind of extra horse the president get in 4 years that we know about. He will pay retirement. When will he pay retirement? The 4 year million mansion. It's his project. It's a president project. He knows about it. Who say you don't know? I told you, when I saw it get start coming on air already, when the thing started new, they stoosh. Henry Costa and started saying, oh, that grace pay. That grace pay, then put the thing down because grace pay not living anymore. But the grace pay family, they will never sit down, they kind of lie go on that dead father. They will not sit down. They kind of stupid that going to that death father because the only person who will pin their own because it's not living anymore. The dead cannot talk. So now, I saw Henry Costa saying it to Liberian people. Oh, that Gracefield started that project. The president get nothing to do with it. Where they took the money from? Who initiated the money? Gafan part of that money. Gafan get the blank check for that money. So it's a flag. It's a flag. Please. The rating is on the wall. It's a president project. The president can say, this is my project. I'm a president of the republic. I have money before when I was vice president. But president are taking salary. I have been in a particular project. Yes. But the president lied to the Liberian people that you don't even know. Why you not know about that kind of massive project in your buyer. In your buyer. In everything was lying condominium on the former president. Condominium, Jackie Apia, all the story now against the former president. Now they cannot admit people Mika saying different things. All of them saying that the president now saying that you don't even know about the project. Prince, the president know about the project.
So the first thing,
he get color. He ain't get color in the cookie jar.
Sure. So to just look at the president's appearance, or Joseph Nyuma Boyka appearing, I think that was one of the poorest ever of a president's appearance to discuss national issue.
Break it down.
And it was almost like
he never
go and get talk. He wasn't organized.
Yeah, he not prepared. Yes.
He wasn't organized. Whoever, because I know the questions were all prepared. These people were asking or prepared questions. They were not just
Yeah,
asking because or random. No, no, no.
yeah,
So
they knew
what
the
I
question.
expected and what most Liberians expected was that his conversation was going to be structured in a way that it would cover the cogent issue. For example, security. Mr. President, what is the plan on security? What is your government progress as it relates to the security? What are the challenges? Even if it is 2 or 3 minutes, let him talk about the security of the state, right?
Mhm.
Let him talk about maybe our job creation, not just that you call a passing bad statement or that pedestrian statement. We're talking about a well-structured narrative from the president. I mean, giving the time that we can't even see him or he can't even appear to talk, that he went on the air to talk, I think he should have tackled the major areas. He should have been asked about the major area to at least give, even if it is 10 minutes or 15 minutes, to talk about those areas. For example, the issue, like I said, the issue of employment or unemployment that is very high, the issue of job creation, the health sector, the education sector, the private sector. I mean, at least, an
Yeah,
appreciable,
the
thank
economy.
you, an appreciable explanation of, those areas. That's how a president will address the issue, especially somebody who have not appeared, for a very long time to talk to your people. When you come to talk to your people, that's how it is structured. You talk about, for example, job creation, what the government is doing, blah, 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 and stuff like that. You talk about the issue of concessions, how the concessionaires, are responding in terms of job creation and etc. etc. You talk about that. Maybe you come to talk about the issue of building the human resource capacity of your people. For example, if you talk about the health sector, let's just take for an example the health sector. Now, how many hospitals have you built in the health sector? I hope you are getting me, my brother Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we are discussing the issue, like, for example, we're discussing health. Now, the president must be able to tell us, okay, well, in the health sector, these are some of the areas we
Yeah.
have taken. We have built hospitals here. We have built here. We have sent doctors abroad. We are sending doctors abroad. As I speak to you, there are doctors who are abroad and blah, 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 and stuff like that. And in fact, we are trying to expand JFK and, etc. Well, as it relates to the budget on this, I mean, give us at least, even if it is a surface information
But
about
nothing,
the health sector.
but
But at the
nothing
end,
happening, nothing
thank
happening
you.
special.
Thank you. That's what we're about to say. So you see, the president will now provide the information because nothing is happening
It's
in those areas
happening.
as far as he is concerned under his
Eh?
regime. If he is to speak further, he will only be speaking on the achievement of His Excellency President Dr. George Manabu,
Yeah,
and
like,
that
wow.
is what he don't want to do. That is what he don't want to do. So we
Because
see
nothing
that
he
the
did.
president sat down in that particular studio like a mumu, like any other pedestrian talking. You just talk randomly, just talk every other issue, and you could see that. Look, you could see he was nervous, he was uncomfortable. He could not even explain his agenda to the Liberian people.
And but
He
one
talked
thing,
about the arrest agenda, right?
even those that were asking the question, so it's a softball question.
But I say
They not,
all
they
of
not,
the whole thing, it
they
was
not, they
centered.
not
Take for
tackle
example,
nothing. They
the
not tackle
issue of,
nothing to
of his
ask. They
agenda,
not ask
right,
the
my brother?
major thing is to ask about the economy, the Liberian economy.
When you look at the issue of his agenda, the arrest agenda, he talks about agriculture. Now, what are the progress you are making in the agriculture sector? What are those gains that you've made so far in the agriculture sector?
But
Be
then,
able to explain to the people that
eh,
people will be able to take from that thing
Prince, the
and be able
president
to
won't
work
hear
against it.
BS. The president never call all the media together, the different hard class media
Thank
thing.
you. So
So
he
easy
didn't
people
reach
he
there yet.
call,
So you
friendly
can see
people.
that. So you can see that just what was happening at that particular place, it was a fun, making fun of the Liberian people.
Yeah, they're making
That was
fun.
just completely, that was a complete nonsense. I refer to that as a nonsense. I,
But
as
that's
for
true.
example, as a chairman of the DMV chapter of CDC USA, right? When I'm appearing in a studio to talk about the CDC USA DMV chapter, it will be well structured. I'm talking on this, I'm talking on that. I will not go with pedestrian talking, you just all of that.
They
But we
choose
saw
they
that the
choose
man
the
was
kind of
never
journalist
prepared
to
because,
bring.
sure,
They,
he was never prepared because one, he has done nothing since he took
yeah,
over. Nothing
thank
he
you.
get to show, nothing he can discuss. In the agriculture sector, he got no achievement there. That's why you will not talk about it. Even if it is one sector that you will take to say, yeah, I will talk about this sector because I have made significant progress, nothing he could talk about.
They ain't talk about the bread
Absolutely
and, they
nothing.
even talk about the bread and butter
No, they
issue.
even talk about it. Now, to come to this issue of the 4-year project, when he was asked the question, amen, the man lie again. No, there is no way that we can put it. He lied again by telling the Liberian people that this project is a Mano River project, Mano River Union project. I know Ivory Coast is part of the Mano River Union. He said the sub region is that particular place is almost like a peace hub. Now, one thing he forget to know is that the world is a global village and it's very small. The world is in our hands through our phones. The whole world is right in our hand here through the thing here, this cell phone, right in our hands. Forgetting to know that we were asked the critical question. We will go and dig deeper. Before the Mano River Union can start a project, there will be a kind of discussion. They get a project coordinating office at the level of the Mano River
Wait,
Union.
but why do we choose Liberia? Of course, they will not choose a capital, or choose way for ya.
No, baby, let's just agree that we
Okay,
stay where the people, they can use anywhere or they can take anywhere, to build wherever they want to build. Let's
okay,
just agree on that.
okay,
That they
we
can take
agree that
anywhere
way.
that they want to build. But the thing is, the Mano River Union has what we call a project implementation unit. I can show it to our people right here. Right here, I can show it to our people right
Who's
here.
the chairman of the Mana River? Who the chairman of the Mana River Union? Who leads us the chairman? Who hailing
He
it
has how
now?
you call
Malabio?
MRU, no.
Who's the MRU? Who's the MRU head now? Because say three, you say 4 or 3 whatsoever
Yeah,
compared to 4.
Africos is there, so
Okay, 4. Who's the chairman now?
I will need to check it up. I'll need to check it up.
Okay, later let leave it.
Let me see. I'll come here. Let me see.
So the Mana River that we know, they don't even have heavy headquarters before. And I went, I know that structure that when I say Mana River is dead, Mana River is not real
So
functioning. They
it's
just get
run
that
by the
name.
Secretariat. Let me see. Guinea Conakry, Freetown, this, that, this.
Yeah, but which country come with the secretary? Which country come with the secretary general for the Mana River Union? Which country? Liberia is a chairman now, or the secretary general for Liberia? Why they choose Liberia? Even why they never get groundbreaking ceremony that
So
other leaders will come.
what they have is that they have the Secretariat,
Okay.
the Secretary General of the MRU. So right now is headed by one Simon MB Moruba, who is from Liberia. He is,
Okay.
heading the Secretariat. So he is heading that particular,
And
organization,
Sima Moruba.
the Secretariat.
Sima
Yeah.
Moruba. Sima Moruba from Lofa County. What kind of position you get in Morovia? You're working with a minute. I think you get position in Liberia under the United Party government.
He is the head of the Secretariat currently at the, the MRU. He's the head of the Secretariat there. He's
So
the
they
head of
did
the
that such of
Secretariat.
a welcome man. No
So
problem.
what
You
what
finish
happened?
saying it.
So what happened in that particular place is that they have a project implementation unit that usually for them to carry on a project, the secretary will discuss, they will send people there to go and do their own, fact finding, etc., etc. That was never done. But then you are telling us that the project is for MRU. Now, more besides, before these people can even undertake a project, there will be an official statement. There will be an official statement that, well, the MRU, because the MRU is now working in isolation with other international bodies. No, they are working together. These organizations, they share information and etc. etc. So the MRU will be able to do an official statement informing other institutions or informing, let's say the UN or whatever, informing them that look, yeah, the MRU will be undertaking a peace hub in this particular country.
In Liberia, yeah.
In Liberia. And when you go on their website,
you will see
able to see the breakdown of the of that particular project or the information as it relates to that project. What the project is meant for, blah, blah, blah. And you will see detail. I mean, at least you will be able to see something on that particular project. But as we went to the place to go and find out, the person said, no, we are not aware of this.
Nothing there, man.
Not in the MRU, how you call manifesto. This is not a project that we are working on. So Boyka lie again before the Liberian people. Look, this man is a pathological liar. So
yeah, but pretty good, sir, because when government change him, he will not be a retirement. When we finish saying that Mano River, the Mano River will claim it.
But this is a complete lie. This is a lie. And when they even asked him about the issue of the funding, and you listen to what he said, the issue of the funding. This is what he said.
People meeting there, international meeting, is not a Joseph Parker project. In fact, it started without me knowing, because probably they knew.
Now, you hear what this man is saying? It started without him even knowing.
Look at that.
This is ridiculous.
Mano River.
This is the highest level of what we call
deception
to the Liberian people and deception.
Heavy deception, yeah.
Deception. For you to tell us, President of the Republic, the project started with you not even knowing. So where the people took the money from? Because according to what you said, and we'll go to that place, you said the Mano River Union, they are yet to contribute. Because they ask you where the funding coming from. Say Mano River Union will be contributing. I will play it here just now. So it means even up to now, they've not even contributed yet. You are still waiting for the contribution. So the money that is being used to build that place that we see in some of the area complete, or it's like 80%. Where that money coming from?
They don't work that way. That black man.
Let's listen to him here as he talk about the issue of the money.
That I would have presented. So it is not a private project.
You say you resent, no?
It's a peace building place. It's a place where the sub-region can meet. Heads of state can come there in privacy, meet to discuss regional problems. No matter what we do internationally, first and foremost, we must be able to take care of this sub-region, the Mano River Union. That's the project that you go there, there's nothing there in my name.
So who's building it? So who's building that project? Is it funded by Liberia exclusively?
It's going to be funded under the Mano River. That means
it can be funded.
Australian,
it got to be.
Cote d'Ivoire contributory.
Cote d'Ivoire contributing.
Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire will contribute towards it. So you say they will contribute. That English is speaking here. They will contribute. So right now, who are those that have been contributing for which it has reached the level that it has reached? Who are
La Liberia money now. La Liberia, the people credit Liberia credit the people.
You see these people, when we continue to say that these people are criminals, my people, you see,
Liberia credit it.
Very uncomfortable. But this is what we call a broad day criminal act by this particular regime.
Liberia credit it. And they can credit Liberia too. Liberia credit them, so
they will get money.
After Liberia finish crediting them, when the project finish, people will pay over. But it's good for the Liberian people. And they say Joria was fought in the country. Joria and this, that. Yeah, there. $1.2 billion budget.
So just ask you on this before we move on to the next thing. Did this press conference address any pressing issue? I mean, can Liberian people listening to this and build their hope and say, yes, the president has spoken and, our hope is renewed. We are a show of XYZ. Can you say that?
I tell you, only two things about the whole interview by EFBC boss that he brought the paper there. Let me tell you something. That Eugene Falcon organized a particular thing. Because the paper praised Eugene Falcon recently and he's doing good job. So he tried to pay back, brought the paper, brought a friendly journalists in around, people that in the corner of the Unity Party that don't say nothing, that accept anything from the government. They all part of the whole thing. They just brought in to ask this softball question. They straight they bring hardcore journalists and top journalists from all different radio stations. They choose who to bring. All the question. The only second thing here they talk about a major thing about who coming by driver will come by all these things in. The president address nothing. They refuse to address anything because why? They're not in the president not in the know, nothing not happening for
Sure.
for the government.
If
They're
10
not
million project can be going on, you're not aware, then
yeah, they're not addressing the bread and butter issue. The every great government, the first thing you will discuss your economy. He addressed the economy, he addressed the bread and butter issue, he addressed the security concern in the country, he addressed a lot of things. The unemployment, he addressed it. What happened to the concession electricity? A lot of things he left off because they're not doing nothing. Please, the people on vacation. The government not working. The people that surround the president, they know the president is feeble. So they're not working. They don't care. They can enjoy earning that money. They don't care to develop because the men are controlling the country. He's sleeping. He's sleeping on the wheel. The reality. They will put the country in charge of him, but the president know. Look at the president's statement. You don't even know what was going on in his empire for you, as he said. Not me say it, and the president said it. They don't know what was going on. I know they wanted to surprise him with the project. If you know you're not allowed that kind of project. How you not allowed Mana River project? You say that Mana River, and they say you're not allowed if you knew. So they only blaming on the dead. So it good for the Liberian people that what they choose, that what the people that the men they brought in for us. So they were there last 6 years. Yeah.
and you see, my brother, like you said, because Grispe is not there right now, and he's gone to glory. So they put all the problem on him. Say he's not aware.
Yeah.
That kind of
Agree.
money. Imagine Mano River Union, according to what he said, will contribute, meaning that they
Yeah.
have not contributed yet.
No.
Where will Grispe take that money from? That he, President Joseph Newman Boyka, will not be aware. Even if you want to say that Grispe delayed, let's agree that it is Grispe delayed. So that place that I was looking at, not 2,000 place there, not $3,000. So where was he taking the money from that Boyka will not be aware?
But
That's the question we should ask ourselves.
the final minister got to write a check for that kind of huge amount of money for the project to start. And the final minister. Let me tell you something, Ian. That's why I say because they get regime speaker, because the government now is one way, the executive branch. Let me tell you that real government, that real society, they will subpoena, they will bring that final minister to tell you how they check in, how the money came about. If they care, they will impeach a president, they will impeach a speaker.
And that's the scaring, I'm sorry, but that's the scary thing about it. If such an amount can be taken from the country, where that money came from, that's the question we should ask ourselves.
But wait, they want government talk. What will a flag here? What do you wear about it? Oh, but Queen, how you acting like that now? Queen, this is the highest corrupt government ever in the history of our country. The $22 million in more by giddies. That by giddies. Anybody, any legislature, the whole legislature went in front of the legislature, the free giddy. No, they call $22 million you put in more. So I mean, everybody in that legislature got envelope. They get a bread. How can you wait? How can you lead $22 million and the mainstay or minister? You sort of impeaching. You have the constitutional right to impeaching, to tell the president to move in. If the president interfere, you have to impeach the president. You don't know, but because the legislature got on fire now. So it's a their house. It's not a respected house anymore. That reality, we just watching it. Prince, the country descending to the country is already in chaos, and the country is not country that before. Nobody respect. I want to tell the people, nobody putting millions of dollars in Liberia. They can dream. The Unity Party, they can fool the Liberian people. They bring lies upon lies that sorry getting a bit spraying lies on social media that are business. But in reality, deep down in ourselves, the country is broke. When I say the country is broke, the country is broke.
So I want to hear this from you. I know the Unity Party took over. It's now passing 2 years. They're entering their 3 years. Before taking over, Mr. Boyka promised that within a period of 90 days, no car will be stuck in the mud. They run on this issue of drugs. All drugs all around the place will fight drugs. They use that as a campaign statement. They talk about empowerment. Oh, President, we are now providing empowerment for the Liberian people. I want to ask you this question. These 2 years, what can you say about the government effort in fighting drugs, in employment, in the security sector, and even as it relates to being accountable to the Liberian people? What can you say about the government?
Well, President, Prince, if he grading the government for 2 years, they're not even past 5%. That be fair from 1 to 10. They're not even grade 5. That reality. Prince, look at the Christmas. One of the biggest day in our history. Who then depending on us? Who depending on Liberia, depending on the people in the West? But are we maintenance in the millions of dollars that will be infused in the country that people go in December, January, February? Millions of dollars enter the country. Because while people go into the country to do a lot of things, help their family project, build a property, and do other things, open businesses that have money will be infused in the country. But the real typical Liberians, nothing happening for them. The particular season depends on those that are in the West. Even those who are not going down, they're preparing now for tomorrow, today, tomorrow, sending money in Liberia to the new year for the people to get better things and other things in that. When I tell people we're the engine of the Liberian economy in the West, they like to argue with us. We're the engine when they call it December. We're the engine of the Liberian economy. We spent over almost $300 million a year, Prince, a year. Prince, I'll always cut on the particular statistic because I knew it to my fingertip. I remember a year during George Weah era, the last term before they could give power. December, January, November, in the middle, December, January, early February, $100 million with a million. $100 million was infused into the country. The country was people just coming from all angles, money in food, statistics that I know. $100 million in 3 months' time. With the engine of the Liberian economy. That's why I'll tell people the day they make us angry in the Western world, and we relax for just 2 months to not say nothing in the Republic of Liberia, the economy will crumble. But economists then know, startup economists then know, bankers then know, smart economists then know. We spend $300+ million in the Liberian economy every year into that country. I know about it. Doing early times, I know about it. So with the engine of the Liberian economy, so now you can see the country a little bit booming. The country is hard because why? The money infused, money going to the country. As you, for example, you carry 3,000, other brother living carry 5,000. They have the money going to the country. They have, you can see, set it. So now we turn around from the country in May, in the middle of April, February, March. When people start leaving the country, you can see the whole economy start to screen down again because we have left our money. Yeah. So in a particular 3-month period, the country can be on high level. The entertainment or whatsoever, everybody can be happy in the country. But for now, friends, when I tell you the United, you ask yourself to 2 years now. 2 years. They just hijacked that budget because of blah. It's an audio budget they hijacked. Where they taking $1.2 billion from? Where they taking $1.2 billion? Okay, if they get $1.2 billion as a claim, infrastructure not going on the country, Prince? Infrastructure development not going in the country? I say, meter still just give them small, $100 million to hijack. That budget's a hijack budget. People not feeling the pinch of that budget. The budget not doing nothing for the people. Nothing going on, no infrastructure, no development, no signature project of the former of the president, president, nothing going on. So but you can see the bread, they don't even address the bread and butter issue. What the 200 caterpillar that were breaking, they were yellow machine then. Prince, I was speaking. When I tell you the United Party adore people, you don't know that.
Wow.
April, I really see. They even start connecting roads in here in the dry season. They even try to face it here. December going now already. Johnny Wawe coming. It's not a lazy group of people. Please, when I tell you no money, they will argue with me. That people can say the rich nation. We're not a rich nation. No, we're not a rich nation. The country is hard. Please, ask anybody. My question I ask the followers here. Are you better off now than the 6 year of George Weah? Are you better off now the minute you move from in power? To the comparison. Turn your microphone all over the country. Country is tough. Spring, nobody's buying. More people selling than people are buying. We don't have the purchasing. There's no purchasing power. No job. How you get? We live in the Western world. Look at your country, America. Just on the Black Friday, had $1 trillion spent. Trillion ever. The chart is there. Black Friday in America, $1 trillion was spent in America. $1 trillion was spent in America just for only 2-day Black Friday or that week. Because you get purchasing power. We don't have no job. They move everybody from job. Only a few group of people having job. We don't even have great private sector.
Today, something happened which, I was taken aback by. I want to welcome the General Doka Billy. You are welcome. Kude Williams, thank you for joining us. Agnes, say thank you so much. Agatha Glasgow, we appreciate all of you. Today, something happened that was really, really traumatizing. And that way you know that the government is just an unserious government. Today, the minister did something very, very horrible. And I'm going to play it here. It did something very horrible. You know, this disabled people, right? Or we say, the physically challenged people, however the name is, I mean, a respectful manner. These people, according to the government, they have a budget for them. And they have a budget for them. This particular budget that is supposed to be used to better these disabled people's lives, that budget was mismanaged by one Sam Dean, who is the head of the Disabled Commission. He mismanaged that budget. When the people were protesting all around the place, other people say, oh, the people there, and the disabled people there, and they want to play politics, they want to do this, they want to do that, and the rest of it. Today, Joseph Numa Boyka suspended the head and the deputy head of the group of 77. But what was even more disturbing, and you can know that this government is even useless, is what the government did today. Today, the government took a bus, went on the street, collected these disabled people along with their children, and take them to the station. According to them, they are taking the children from the street because the president say the children them will be in school. They're not supposed to be on the street selling or carrying their parents doing school hours. So they took these people, carry them to the police. And I want to play this. I want us to listen to this because this is troubling. This is just to tell you that this government have no plan, no policy, nothing in place. They will just jump on one morning and decide to do something. So let's play this video, right? Let's play this video.
So, folks, a pleasant good morning, good afternoon. Based on the locations. My name is Emmanuel Bilitamas. Welcome to Sham Abiria. The nature of Ghana is currently implementing a functions part in focusing the ban on selling and baking on the street. So right now we're currently at the Chicotan So now the police stations where this
I will carry
disabled
this in front.
so folks, a lot of guys are on the video. My name is Emmanuel B. Thomas.
So some
Welcome
of
to
you may be asking what this video is about. You know, Joseph Numa Boyka says something that the children supposed to be in school, they should not
Yeah.
be selling, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Today they went and I refer to it as a kidnap. They kidnapped these how you call visually impaired people along with their children. They took them to the police station. And I want to play something here from this police place. And the people, they spoke well. Let's just
That age 18 or above. The small children shouldn't come in the street. That's why you see we provide a school program, right? Or some of you want your children not in the school program for now. That's why we stay during the process. Yeah. When your children not on the government school program, we still put them on the government school program. And we are saying the children safety is first. So we are come to 9 days. This will not Jabo that Jekota, commonly called Jekota Jabo, right? The Jekota police station there where you are now. We got social workers are going to be working with you. They're going to take your information and the children information. Please make sure the information you're providing to us is the right information. If the child you got with you is not your child, make understand that this child is not my child. I committed, one of my sisters in the committed child, but the person helping me in the station, we can know it. Because we want to know the children that belong to you yourself and the children that belong to other people that are helping you. So we beg you. One more over there, getting the necessary information you're supposed to do, that the thing that you're supposed to do, you're put together. Right after when you're finished, you will come out with the same bus. The bus will take the do the food distribution. After they finish sharing the food, we put you back on the bus. The show worker also know. Thank you so much. I'm going to thank you so much. I'm Inspector Ben Wake, a son of women children. So now, I want to thank the government like granting so much for this initiative. This is one of my strong prayers. How can these children be in the street? Especially children with disability people in the street.
So I will carry in front.
And to recognize us to
so let's
Okay. So is this woman that I want us to listen to?
so let's think to some of their comments.
So I want us to play this lady, and then we'll go ahead and just give you a kind of synopsis of what is going on here.
You can sit on the proper. Yeah. The way you're talking, say, the children on the street. Why you're talking, that you, why you're talking about, we the black people, or all the children who can move, or all the children who can walk, that the children can walk, and some of all that say now, yeah, who pay children school fee on a same street, that the same street who can go, and will pay people, and the fees are for all and get off of that, who put a same for that together, who send our children to school. Some of all paying rent in the entire, and I see street paying rent for us, sending our children to school, feeding us, wearing support clothes, everything. And I see street we're doing everything on. Then you come in and say, money children from the street. Then how you want for us to really survive for all our street. We can't get anything to eat. And the government, it will not continue the problem yet for ever and ever. So me, the player, I can start.
So Jake, the government went today on the street, according to them. They say they're ready now to take children for on the street now. Carry bus. Take few people put in the bus and say carrying it to the police station so they can take down their data and ensure that the police will be able to do a follow-up on these people to not bring the children on the street. According to Joseph Newman Boyka, that his policy there. But there is something that this woman is saying. They think what you're doing Christmas coming. You have to take a few bag of, you have to take one bag of rent and give it to her. Take pepper and chicken and give it to her and say, y'all go home. You don't come on the street again. Just that you boyka ready to send your children. At the end of the day, after the season, will not even be able to see you again. The government will not even appear. Now, what kind of deception is this? What kind of disrespect is this to these people? If you claim that you have a budget for these people, why can't you put a program in play where these people, look, all over the world, people who are visually impaired, they can work. Once the government have a skill training program for them, they can work. These people, look, they are not excited to be begging on the street. It's because government, with all of the budget that you have allocated, you have not ensured to have an institution or a facility where these people, they can have handiwork to do. So at the end of the day, you abandon them, and the only place that they see hope is on the street. But you go there and take the people and put it in car, and you say you're giving them rest. He will get your rest. You will go home. The government will be able to send the children to school, even though the children are going to school. We know other people not going to school. But brother, what do you make of this particular process? You think
Prince,
this is genuine? You think this is genuine?
for me, but followers, this one, I call it vengeance. I will break it down for followers. Me, I don't think out of the box. Prince, you remember that the people were pleased to protest near the executive mansion and the president will pass by then. He despised, the president despised the disabled people. Let me tell you. He worked with them before. He worked with these people doing it when he was vice president. Liberian people, he despised these people. In the president message on that podium, he said there'll be nobody selling on the street. That the seller then there he arrested? No.
These are not sellers.
The sellers are those that among the cars here or on the street when you go, we know these sellers. What you talking about in your campaign message? There'll be no seller. You see any sellers here? You see any sellers? There's not, no, he despised the disabled people. He despised reality. You're like, no matter how you want to say, the president can't stand these kind of people. If he left, he said, even for the people that exist in our society. To tell you the truth, he despised him because the people flagging the government also, the international community seeing it look bad for them. So while the Christmas period, he want for them to come together, he want bring them, he want for people to arrest them, bring them together, keep them. To the end of these blind people, all of what small. You get blind, you blind, your children, you will use some other children, or your children will walk you on the street to beg because there is no funds for these people. So there's a funds, little bit fund, but the people don't eat the people funds. They're not going directly to donate.
They sacked the director, sir. Today, they sacked the director.
Even one of the ministers on Urban, one of the ministers, Jabate flagged it before. Jabate was in the solid director with this kind of the particular people. He took them near the executive mansion. Even a job was threatened. Jabate job was threatened because of this. He said, but they don't have budget. They don't have nothing in play for them. They just won't do it for this season. Now, when the woman came out and talked boldly, after this, what will be our end? The all in places. We don't have. Please, not only these people, how about the albino? Not only the blind, how about the albino? How about the judge people? The judge people, they decide to take justice on your own. You make that decision. But the disabled, the albino, these are the people who need to cater to the country. Isn't that the same president went to the United Nations that he got they got $1 billion to empower women?
Yeah.
He allowed to the United Nations.
Almost $8 billion.
Yeah, $8 billion. I know you were taking all of the hair your budget. Not even $1 billion. You're talking about $8. You go take that kind of upper statement to the United Nations. Then who can empower you? Who can help your disabled people? These are most of these people that are women and children, and they're helping. As the woman said, they're paying school fee, they're renting places, they're in a community. Them, if you see the kind of deplorable places these people live in, you will cry. You will cry. But man, the disabled get no help in that particular country. Like one of the things I get angry for the legislature. How much so much to put budget down? You be paying the people $20 or $30. You paying for that rent. It's a money. You're driving for the $5,000 car. The president being that kind of duplexing. Listen, the country will come. If we don't take, I will tell you, we say we're born on Christian principle, that reality. If we're not able to take care of our disabled, the disabled people, that because throughout the war, the country will never be successful. Prince, every great society take care of that disabled people. We that here in the Western world, we work hard, they take salary from us, they fund these disabled. I never see Prince, I don't see back in my country before. I never see disabled back in here. They get every month receiving money until they die. In my Europe, I live here. I think it's some similar thing that I in America. Imagine, I never see a disabled begging in this country. They protect them here. They albino. And then they one we can call the people that get a Down syndrome. The one we can say, that speak can be coming from all that more. Well, you can say, oh, they wish their child know. They call it Down syndrome. They all here. They get cuckoo places they sleep. They put budget somewhere for them. The legislature can do that kind of same thing. The people can do it for them. If they can put them part of the budget. They can put money in place for the disabled people. So these are the great challenges in that country. If you cannot take care of your disabled people, your country will never be a successful country. Believe me. We're talking about you living on God's principle. You can't take care of the blind. You can't take care of the disabled. You can't take care of the albino. You're not a society. That reality. Who come to power? We're not coming to power. That reality. If you cannot take care of your blind, your disabled, your country, you can't survive. You can't survive. It's reality. I just blind. But I can't stand the disabled. He can't stand it. He wants for them to be. These are not the sellers. When you say, no sellers will be on the street, yes. They're not the sellers. Why you go for the blind? When the sellers are passing all between the cars, you can't go for them. But you go target especially the blind and the disabled people. We are the crossroad, my prince. We are the crossroad. We pray for our country, but the countries are dark countries. It's a dark country. Seriously, poor. The poverty in God. The poor.
You are right. I think where we have reached, fellow Liberians, you are seeing, like Jake rightly said, Joseph Numa Boyka deep hate for these disability, these people living with disability.
Seriously.
The last time, this is somebody who could not even come down from his car or even send somebody to address these people when they were at the executive mansion. They even say, okay, let's address them. Let me send somebody so that at least, they can talk to them, be able to calm them down. But they send the police there for the police to beat on these people.
Yeah, we see
Christmas coming because you don't want to see them in the street. You get them rest, you put them in the car, you say, carry them to the police station, they will go home and go sit down. And you are not providing jobs. Some of these people, they are able to work. Look, where I've worked in area where I see people who are visually impaired, blind, who are working. Where I see people in wheelchair that they are working, doing professional work. In Liberia, especially under this government that claim that you have come to rescue, instead of rescuing these people, you find a way to kick them out. It almost reminds me of the administration of former President Taylor, as it was alleged, where they say he collected all the disabled people, then collected them, just carried them somewhere, and just zeroed them. Allegedly.
No, I think that drugs people. I think that drugs people with her. I think drugs people.
Yeah, Christmas coming now, you decide that, hey, people then move on the street. You get in one bag of, what can a one bag of rice do? Listen to what that woman is saying.
Yeah, what the woman said.
Sense in that particular thing. They are paying house rent. They are sending their children to school. They are paying these children medical bills and etc. etc. Get in one bag of rice. How it will be able to help.
And Prince, that one in Monrovia about the various countries. You know, see disability in our country.
In fact, not even Monrovia. That in fact is not even that just a very small, minute portion. Because if you are talking about Monrovia alone, the kind of people living with disability in Monrovia, they get fed in our bus.
Yeah.
They get fed down there, my brother. They get fed there. They get fed there. So you can see that, look, the government have no strategy. So is that the strategy that you have to empower these people with disability? Is that your strategy to ensure that these people are given better life? By taking them on the road, you carry them today, go get them one bag of red.
Let me just remind you quick. You remember not the PHP pack, you remember the invincible pack. When the people that were in, when person was decided to build that invincible pack, those that were living in that shanties, ugly building, that zinc shanty places. When the president moved, when he saw it, he said, no, You cannot be living at the party beautiful that this. I will take the whole structure. What the United Party say?
They
What is
condemn
that?
it. They say, oh,
They
they condemn
condemn
it.
you.
How they play with on airport. I even
Yeah.
happening with land there.
Live
The other
there.
one with this, that. So,
See that structure today. That structure, the
yeah,
people still living down there. That beautiful that whole place. See, the
sure.
people. The people don't United Party don't develop. When I be talking to people to ask you, they don't develop
They don't
nothing.
believe in
They
development
don't
at all.
develop human beings. They don't develop. They don't empower nobody. That bunch of in adultery, it's in that playbook. They don't deliver. They don't help nobody. It's all about them. They just want to retain power. They love power. Then they make the other people look stupid. Make other people look stupid. Then they on top of power. Then they not children come back. They will send their children. How they did to us? How they did to some of us? They send their children outside. They go to the high classes school. They come back. They govern the country. Look at the United. I said the people get the two-way party. They get the two-way party group of people. They send a children, and they come, they govern. They make the national bank governor. They make them this, they make them then they buy all the property in the Republic of Liberia. But the game have changed already. Georgia broke the glass ceilings. Everybody, we're dying all around the world now. Paris, Berlin, Milan, Tokyo, all over now, Qatar, Riyadh, all over the world, Las Vegas, California, Miami, New York. We're dining all over, wearing the finest clothes. We're doing everything, sleeping in the best hotel. The games, I said, Georgia is a game changer in the Republic of Liberia. They knew, I'm not calling back again. I call him the game changer. He's a developmental politician that ever to grace that land. Now Samuel don't know that George we are. He's a developmental politician that came and changed the narrative in the Republic of Liberia. The United Party cannot march nothing. 2 years into that presidency, what are they marching? They can't march a man. That's the only man that's standing. That's the only man they fear. Now, why they scared for the men to come by in power? No, the men are coming in power for vengeance. So no, that the thing they don't know. The men come in power to develop. Why he started to continue it? Enough of vengeance, not to crack down on people. No, not in nature. But they don't want to give him change. That's why they're doing everything. Prince, I guess I need to tell you, that police good, that Prince, that police gun you saw in the country. Let me tell you today now, I will say on the show here. You know that gun only in the police hand? The gun is in the hand of the military. I know the Turkish armed dealer name. I will call it next week. We will come here because no time. I did my facts. I did my everything here. It's a Prince. When I tell you 2029, maybe it will come up one by me, and I see it coming so easy. And I see it by the grace of God, that year will come, we will celebrate. But in the Republic of Liberia, for that election to be held, I see dark cloud. That man predation. I see dark cloud. Nobody can change me on it because I know where I've seen it. I'm living outside it. I see how they got me put in that stream. Look at the president told the Liberian people, the whole people, the country should register gun. That the first statement the president made. The gun that people don't look at statement. If they register in gun, can CDC people register the same gun? Can the opposition register the same gun? The gun will go in the hands of the opposition. They prepared. How can the president keep on a civil war that destroy that nation? We don't even want to hear about gun now. Yeah? Then you say they want register gun. We get that, you get electricity, you get data, you get computer system. That they were very so the 2029 slim man for me. The CDC got to work. The opposition got to be serious to work. They got to be serious to work.
My brother, time have caught up with us. Time have caught up with us. Let's just hear, your
Yeah, I finish partying, man. I'm a partying comment. I said my partying comment. I'm a part of political predation. A political predation. I believe 2029 it will be difficult to appear. The United Party will not allow election because they know the men are standing to come in power, and all they will not want allow men to come to power. But they only think of vengeance. No, the men are talking about vengeance. The men want to continue where he started from. Yeah, because they never gave him a chance. That's it. That would be the campaign message for George to the Liberian people. You're listening. You took me all you compare that 6 years with man 6 years. Who better? You keep them empowered. You're giving chance to continue. I want to put our country on certain map. After 6 years, I'm not in the political arena no more. The country will move on. But for me, because the power, I'm telling people, it's not about Boaka, it's beyond Boaka. It's not about Boaka. Boaka not running 2029. We can see the writing on the wall. You're not wrong. But those that will be replacing, or what will happen, that's it. Why the fortifying ourselves. That's my prediction. I'm scared for the country.
Well, my brother, I want to say thanks, and I want to use this occasion to say thanks to everybody. You know, where we are as a people, we need to continue to talk. We need to continue to talk, to expose this government, to ensure that our people are well informed about what is obtaining. You know, the government lacks direction. And when you have a government that lacks direction, at the end of the day, they want to suppress people to not speak out. And this is what is happening in Liberia. People don't want people to speak. When you talk, when people coming out to voice out their, dissatisfaction, they put police officer to beat people, to intimidate them. Look, in every society, when you make people or you try to intimidate people to not express themselves out and to keep it within, it's terrible. It is better that you leave the people to express themselves than to allow them to sit down to intimidate them. Because at the end of the day, when they're ready, there is no way you can resist them. And this is what we see happening. When people want to speak out, imagine people who are disabled. They will go voice out their issue, to send police to beat them. Teachers want to, you send police to beat them. Nurses want to, you send police to beat them. At the end of the day, some people may not show up at these various rally centers. But these are people that their minds are made up, that you can't do anything to convince them that you will come back. And this is what we are seeing. Like Rodney C. said, and if I borrow from him or try to paraphrase, you did not even win by a huge majority. No. You did not even win by majority, but you just fighting everybody. This government is just
Oh,
fighting everybody.
the front page Africa boss.
Yeah.
He said every day.
Just today, the man said the government is just fighting everybody.
Let him shut up a mouth, man. That seems stupid. I will come for that ask. He said the journalists in the country liars then. They don't want writing a lot of hate pieces on George Weah. They were writing a lot of hate pieces on the propaganda move. It tough on them now. The freedom of speech they have on George Weah. The freedom of speech. They put any kind of hate pieces against the government. Now they won't crack down on other than now. But only CNN shut up, man. They come to the parading and say one of the best journalists in Liberia. And they same stupid running CNN were working with Spuntor, they're all in collaboration, running a lot of hate pieces. He said a lot of frustrated Spuntor guy. Every day now, he's frustrated. Nobody watches him anymore. The United Party don't watch him. And CDC people don't really watch him again. The polling number is on water. Breaking Lalo student all of them crumbling, but I said what they wanted for Baka never gave it to them. Now you think when Baka was giving why you wonder he will be seeking against the United Party? There are a bunch of powers there. They lie in a corridor today with a level of general pay, then they lie to the Liberian people. They spread that gibberish for 5 good years. Brought a situation in Liberian people. They were in a corridor in Miami. Lying to the Liberian people today. What that because they're not reaping that benefit. Everything now. The 4-year mansion, who flag it? He the one that flag the 4-year mansion to the Liberian people. He said he stood there because he's not benefiting. Why you want to the United Party putting on the back burner? Like what other than talking? They've seen Ronnie CNN today that need to get a lot of 8 pieces then. Today now they're making statement. They make statement here. I tell them we know where time the CDC will come. We know where time George Weah will come. We're not coming on that own time. We're not coming, we're waiting. Nobody rushing CDC, nobody rushing the president to come. The president knows the country. The country is divided. The military divided, the police divided. The time will come. We will show Baka then that this country for everybody. Wait and see. We're putting people. We're not rushing anything when you hear people, Joey not talking nothing yet. Yeah, 2026 going the middle, 27 coming. I tell you, would know who pour water in cooking on. I beg your man. You didn't see
But
that joke.
thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I want to use this time to say thanks to each and every one
Saludo
of you.
there.
Time have caught up with us, But I want to say thanks to all of you again. Continue to follow the page. Those of you
Yeah.
who today is first day here, the page is under the Palava Hut. You can follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, or you follow our personal pages. And feel free to disagree, to agree, and comment. That's the best way to do it. We disagree to agree for a better Liberia. But until we meet again, have yourself a God bless day and bye for
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. Bye
Thank you.
bye.